Y'all see the title, man. Let's
What's
get
up,
to it.
basketball fans? I have another mind blowing topic for you. In the world of basketball, greatness is a topic that sparks endless debates and passionate discussions. Recently, LeBron James, one of the most iconic figures in the NBA, boldly declared himself as the greatest of all time, or the GOAT. Today, we gathered
did
the
that
thoughts and
recently
reactions
again?
of NBA legends and current players as they respond
missed,
to
bro?
LeBron's audacious
Unless I
claim.
did see it.
But
You talking
before
about
we
the
begin,
SBs?
make sure to hit the subscribe
about the
button and
SBs?
ring the bell so you never miss any of our exciting
Alright,
NBA
so-
content. From the hardwood heroes of the past to the rising stars of the present, the basketball community is buzzing with opinions. Let's hear from the voices that have shaped the game and those who continue to make their mark on the court. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a conversation that delves into LeBron James' recent statement about being the GOAT. We've gathered some of the most respected minds in basketball to share their thoughts. Let's watch this.
His career's not over. I'd just like to, why he's saying that, I don't know. Maybe he thinks that sells. Maybe he's taking the
Word.
Donald Trump
I don't know.
approach and trying to sell himself. I don't know, but
that's
time will
crazy.
tell. I
Donald
think
Trump
history.
approach is crazy.
I don't even know if anybody knows who the greatest of all time is because the
That's
years
what's
are
going
so.
on now. Oh man.
Wow,
Follow that, Scottie Pippen.
that's a tough one to follow. I mean, that's Danny Ainge's opinion, and my problem is more so with LeBron. Is if you are the greatest player, if people are saying you are the greatest player, or if people are saying Michael Jordan is the greatest player, why do you need to say it?
Right.
Michael
Facts,
Jordan
man.
has never, ever said he's the greatest player to ever play the game. So for
This when
LeBron,
Scotty had a good head on his shoulders. I don't know what I do know. You know what I'm saying? I read in the article that Scotty lost a child, He's going through things with Larsa. Larsa's about to get married to Michael Jordan's son now. Larsa got I think 50% of his retirement fund as well. Yeah, he probably going crazy. Scotty going crazy.
to say that,
I'm saying?
he's sort of pulling himself
Show some
out of
sympathy
it
for my boy
because
Scotty,
you can't say you're the greatest player. You have to allow your peers in the world to say that.
So the context of when he said it,
Scotty
just
was
because,
so good at real shit
if we're having
like
this
that,
discussion, he was sitting around with his friends, and he was saying that when he won that 2016 title, he said his
That's what
first
they talk
thought
about.
was
They still talk
Cleveland,
about this.
wow, we've done this first time in 52 years. And he said, my second thought as I was, running around the court being crazy was, wow, I did it. This is what makes me the greatest player of all time.
Well,
So to
I
your
think
point, he
I
should
think
maybe-
it's
you don't think
pretty
he just should
great
have said
that
it?
a guy won 3 titles, left for 2 years, came back and won 3 more. That is
is
considered
greatness.
greatness to me.
Yeah.
Winning ultimately decides who the greatest players are in the game.
Well, as it turns out, back in 2009, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, was asked by our pal Michael Wilbon about his place on the all-time list of NBA greatness. And here is what MJ had to say.
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. What everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, I never had the chance to, once again, to play against those guys.
I need one word answer, Chauncey. Greatest of
Michael.
all time. Greatest of all time, Jalen?
Airness.
Greatest of all
It's
time?
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said, Jalen, I want to start with you.
Okay.
How do you feel about LeBron saying that about himself?
First and foremost, to me, LeBron officially passed Larry Bird and got into the top 5 when he won his final championship, his only championship in Cleveland. In my mind, he still has a way to go clearly to pass Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, 11 championships, 13 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
The captain.
and my heart just won't let him pass Magic just yet. I gotta see a little bit more. And so that's where I'm going on this topic. I appreciate how he's bringing this up so millennials that only saw him play
Smart.
can continue to say he's the guy, but guys that's been around the
It is smart what Bron does, I know it's definitely a little mastermind plan that he does as well. Like, it's not just, he's not saying all this for no reason, I guess you could say. Like, on the surface, like, looking at it, it might look dumb, but in our perspective, but it does serve a purpose. You know, him saying that, there's probably kids that look up to him so crazy that they don't. You know what I'm saying? They believe in that. They believe in that. You know, just cause he said it. Just cause he said it. Like, damn. You know, that made him the greatest of all time. He said it. He said it. You know, like shit like that.
And young
These kids
ladies,
out there bring that
we've
up.
seen something else that's really special as well.
Especially
I agree with everything you're saying, Jay. I love it. I love that he stepped out there. I love that he stepped out there and said that. I don't remember any other player ever coming out and saying, I'm the greatest of all time. I've never seen that before. I love that he's done that. He's on the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, but I can't put him at the top. There's no way I can put him at the top. And at the end of the day, and he talked about this, that win, beating that team, made him the greatest of all time. Maybe if he would have hit that shot that Kyrie hit,
I mean, that is a part of the
I could see
narrative.
him maybe saying that, but I can't go there. I'm sorry.
You know what? We should turn to our resident self-promoter.
It's not what Mike did. Mike hit the shot himself, you know. Mike hit the shot himself, you know. It's just the moment was too crazy. The moment was too crazy. His last game with the Bulls, you know. That's a crazy, you know. It's hard to.
I don't know if you can self-proclaim this, because when you think of all the great players like Jalen said, Kareem, Magic, none of them has never come out and said, I'm the GOAT. You know, that's something up to like the fans, the writers, and former players. You know, so when they come out with these ESPN rankings and all these other rankings, you know, let that be the judge, I think. You know, but the self-proclaiming, he's definitely up there. He's definitely top 5 in my book. But I think when you look at the accolades, the championships, I mean, Jordan, Magic, Kareem, they're all up there.
I've never heard one of the greatest say they were the greatest of all time. That was very interesting to me. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Oof, man, you know what? It's one thing. We all sit at this table all the time and sing his praises.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is a great player. Yeah. I just think that's disrespectful, honestly, to Bill Russell. What did Bill Russell do? Won every time. He said, all right, fellas, you want to win? Come with me, we'll go on the floor. That's what this game's all about. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
I mean, you
can't really say just winning one make you the greatest, LeBron. Like, I feel you. You know, the city been deprived of a championship for over 50 years. You know, bring that championship culture back. Well, one championship, you know, not the championship culture, I guess you could say, only one championship. But it's like there's other people that done that won when in greater moments. Like, it was the moment was greater, you know, and they won. So it's like that one can't make you the greatest of all time. That singular one can't make you the greatest, because there's been greater moments, you know, Like, come on, bro.
At all levels, though, Kareem, the best in high school, the best in college, and the best in the pros.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Michael. I mean, there's just so many. Two of my good, Larry and Magic. I mean, just led teams and turned the league around. You don't need to say that about yourself. Let other people say that for you. I mean, I was kind of surprised because I had read about it, but that's the first time I had actually heard him say it. Made me the GOAT. I'm like, damn.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know, I love the kid. I think he's a great player. I think he's been great for the game. But let other people say that for you. To me, it's just disrespectful for a lot of people that came before you that were great players. And you said it to begin with, Chris. You can't compare eras and all that stuff. All these guys have been so great in their era. I just didn't like. I didn't like the way that sounded to me. Just didn't like it.
You know, and everybody knows I love LeBron, but I'm gonna call timeout on this one because, and I'll speak definitely to LeBron, or I'll say it to his face. But you never. There's a certain thing about greatness that demands that you have humility with greatness. Now, I've never heard, even though we argue about Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being the greatest of all time, LeBron James being the greatest of all time, we have those arguments in debate. I have never heard Michael Jordan say he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. Even though he may think that, even though Kareem may think that, right? You just don't come out and say that. Now, in this era, you know, maybe it's okay for people to come out and say that. all I know, if I was in the league right now, and you talking about you the greatest of all time, dude, I'm getting ready to do you. I'm coming at you. Like, and you may be, but to say that is just totally disrespectful to me as one of your competitors, as one of your teammates, as someone in your generation right now. It's just, you don't come out and say that. So with greatness, there's a certain amount of humility that goes with that. Now, somebody will probably come back and say, well,
one thing about, I ain't gonna lie, Isaiah Thomas is very well spoken. That's one thing about it, though, bro.
Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest, but that was a single man sport.
Yeah, individual sport.
That was an individual sport.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods can make the argument he's the greatest because it's single. Yeah. But when you saying, and by the way, Muhammad Ali was saying he the greatest because, he was getting in the ring and he'd knock you out. Right. But, to be able to take that stand and to take that position, in this day and age, in a team sport, you should have some humility that goes.
Jalen Rose, we've been away on break for a little bit. I've been dying to hear what you think about this. LeBron James claiming that he is the greatest of all time because he brought Cleveland a championship over the Warriors. What do you think about LeBron saying this?
It's a phenomenal feat what the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to accomplish that season in beating a 73-win Golden State Warriors team. If that doesn't happen, probably changes the trajectory of what we see that has taken place over the last 2 years, because I don't think Kevin Durant joins that team. And so, however, your single greatest achievement doesn't make you the greatest basketball player of.
That's a great way to put it. Because that's really just one of your single greatest achievements, Because I don't even think it might be his greatest, but that's another argument for a different time. But yeah, bro, just because it's your best achievement or greatest achievement, don't make it, come on, bro. You trying to amplify this.
What ends up happening is, and LeBron James is genius at doing this, he's creating a narrative of recency bias. It's almost like if you ask millennials right now, who's the greatest rap group of all time? Migos. You're gonna get a lot of people saying the Migos, because they haven't been necessarily exposed to Wu-Tang Clan, Outkast, NWA, Tribe Called Quest. So LeBron James understands when he says this, it allows the fans to quietly leapfrog him over Tim Duncan and Kobe. I gave him credit for passing Larry Bird as the greatest small forward of all time when that feat happened, which was a tall task for me. But my Mount Rushmore is pretty much still intact. MJ, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 championships, 6 MVPs, the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Bill Russell, 11 championships in 13 years. And Irvin Magic Johnson, 5 championships. That's my Mount Rushmore. To me, LeBron's individual achievements have not eclipsed with those gentlemen.
That's this one, y'all. I don't know what the fuck this is, but yep. Click on the last reaction, turn on post notifications. I'm out of here, man. Share the video with your peoples as well.